What's good? What's good? We're back. Yours truly, one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. Today, I'm going to react to a video of a woman dragging another woman across the road. It's one video of the climate activists blocking traffic, and people get fed up, which is going to continue to happen if people continue to do that. Before we do, though, I want to give you a word from Dizzle Premium Luxury Liqueur.
Me and my team, whenever we link up, they gonna be drink up. We still gonna relax and have few glasses when there's things to think about. Like I'm nice with the bars when I tend to the bars and I'm not talking drink puffs. So tell the bartender that tend to the bar to please pass me a big cup of. And tell that waitress that's waiting on us to put a little ice in it. Now watch the ice become weightless like the spaceships that I be sitting in. No waiting, listen, no they're waiting for that tropical twist that'll tickle your taste buds. Now taste some. Yo, I insist it's the Dizzle.
That's right. It's the Dizzle. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Just throw your Dizzle on ice, and it's nice. If you want to order your very own bottles of Dizzle premium luxury liqueur, go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations, click on one of the top 3 website links. I recommend Emilio's Beverage. You must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. Below that, you can scroll down and see locations where you can get Dizzle in stores at California, Oklahoma, Kansas, and the #1 selling state for Dizzle right now, which is Arkansas. Little Rock, stand up. And shouts out to Little Rock Obama. Shouts out to the Scalebreaker Punch out there. Definitely help promote the Dizzle. Don't forget the Dizzle brand merch is on dizzlebrand.com as well. Go to merchandise store, or you go to etsy.com, etsy.com, search for Dizzle brand, or go to etsy.com/shop/Dizzle brand. And also the Dizzle brand gummies now available on DizzleNova.com. Link is in the description. As you see, I got the Dizzle brand shirt on as we speak, and I love this one, the black and gold. It definitely shines when you're in the sun, and it matches, my socks hat with the gold trim on it. All right, let's get into it. Woman drags another woman by her hair across the road because she's blocking traffic. Bad shit crazy. What the? Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way. You talking about being over dramatic. I'm gonna tell you what, man. These people doing this crazy stuff, just sitting in front of blocking traffic, they gonna do that to the wrong person. Somebody who had road rage, like my punk ass Uncle Bobby. They gonna do that if somebody got road rage, or somebody who's just super hateful, don't give a fuck. Somebody who's crazy as fuck, and they're gonna get ran the fuck over. They're lucky they just got drugged the fuck off. They lucky they got the ludicrous, the move, bitch, get out the way, drug off. Cause this shit ain't gonna go well. Like you're blocking people from. Some of these people got to get to work so they can pay their bills, take care of their family, take care of their responsibilities. Everybody's not trying to conform to your radical views.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys, the brainwashing is strong with this tweet that we gotta talk about here before we get into the main story of this video, right? Which, I mean, this tweet is the cause of the main story of this video that we're gonna talk about. But Ilhan Omar got roasted for putting out this tweet claiming that the Earth broke heat record last set in the year 117,977 BC. Okay, it doesn't even sound right, right? It just
No, let's stop. I don't even think they had thermometers back then. They sure as hell wasn't doing weather reports. They had no fucking weatherman. This idea that they've been tracking weather every single day, and we got reports of it since 117,000 BC, I think. This is some of the biggest horse shit ever, man. And people will believe this shit. People will believe this bullshit.
sounds so it sounds ridiculous. But here's the tweet for you guys to see, right? She says the Earth just broke the record for the hottest day in 120,000 years. In fact, we broke it on 3 separate days. National climate emergency now. Yeah. So again, socialism always starts with some type of emergency. Okay, there's an emergency. We got to do something about it. The government needs to basically make everybody's lives worse in order to fix a problem, right? They need to steal and rob from you, okay? But it's tweets like this that radicalize people, right? Which brings me to the main story that I want to talk about. And I got to admit, one of my guilty pleasures for all the time that I spend surfing the internet looking for news is watching climate change activists get exactly what is coming to them when they block roads in protests over the climate. Okay, I mean, I've seen these people do this stuff so much, and it really does warm my heart to see them get removed by law-abiding citizens who are doing the job that police are supposed to be doing. Okay, and this time we have a new video that has gone viral of what has been dubbed a brutal blonde dragging a climate activist by the hair to stop her from blocking traffic. Now, I'm actually not calling this person a brutal blonde. I'm actually calling this a strong blonde woman, right? The way we call, black women strong, black woman, this is a strong blonde woman, okay? Strong blonde woman, okay?
I'm gonna call her courageous. Let's keep it moving.
Drags woke climate change activists out of the street because they're blocking traffic. Okay, that's what's going on here. And again, it really does warm my heart to see law-abiding citizens standing up for themselves because these people are out of control. Okay, last time I did a video about this, we had climate change activists gluing their hands to asphalt. More specifically, they were gluing their hands to runways at airports in order to disrupt traffic. Now, it seems to me that some of these climate change activists had to, maybe potentially get their hands amputated because they went a little bit too far, right? So we have a whole lot of Darwinism going on here, right, with these climate change activists. And, again, here we are with another story about law-abiding citizens standing up and saying enough is enough. We're not taking this anymore, okay? Stop being agents of chaos in our lives for an issue that you can't do a damn thing about. So without further ado, let's get into it.
And before he gets into it, the biggest point was that last thing he said. Y'all are basically doing this for something that you can't even fix and you can't even solve. There has always been climate change in the earth. There was climate change before hairspray cans and cars and automobiles and smokestacks and these big old factories. Like, there was climate change long before that. What the hell do you think an ice age was? Definitely there shows looks like some evidence that the continents used to be together before, like Africa and like South America used to be kind of closer up. and whatnot. That had a result from climate change. There's definitely been a reset in civilization that probably resulted from climate change. We survived the ice age, and I don't think that necessarily that could have been a reset civilization as well, the ice age. But I think we might have had a couple resets. Egypt used to be green. Um, it went through a climate change. Like we've always went through climate changes. These people act like this shit is brand spanking fucking new, man. And there's nothing um we can do to control it or prevent it. There's probably things we could do to help better climate change, and probably things we do to worsen it. But this idea that we totally control the whole climate. Nah, man. Mother Nature goes as she goes. Her mind is unpredictable. North Carolina weather, it's hot one day and raining the next, and it's still hot.
A woman in Germany was dubbed a quote brutal blonde by European media after she dragged a climate change activist from blocking traffic as the public's patience wears thin with the frequent protests on roadways. The video showed a woman screaming at a climate change protester to quote get up from blocking a road in Bottrop, Germany, according to a video posted by an activist group. Then the woman grabbed the activist by the hair and dragged her to the side of the road. When the girl returned to block the road, the German woman dragged her by the hair a second time. So she tried twice, right? She tried twice. She really effed around and found out, okay? She was dragged out of the road by the hair once, and then she went back to block the road and got dragged out of the road again. The activist was slightly injured in the altercation, police in Recklinghausen said. Police said they were looking into videos and photos of the incident to determine if criminal proceedings were necessary against those who dragged the protesters off the road. Well, no, right? No, there's no need to look into it. There's no criminal behavior here. These are law-abiding citizens taking care of criminals because police refuse to do so, right? Police refuse to remove these people out of the street, get them out of the street, throw them in jail for doing this, let them actually face some consequences for being agents of chaos to society. If they actually face consequences, they would stop doing it, right?
And you know what? Civilians playing police will be more common when police's hands are tied because, you got political pressure to just not arrest people for doing these things. Um, or they're short-handed and don't got enough police to arrest people from doing these things. This is like, people that want to defund the police, they don't realize it'll be more civilians taking matters in their hands. And if you think civilian justice is going to be the same, try going to somebody's house and arresting them like a bunch of civilians trying to arrest somebody after they basically you know, had to drag somebody from out front of the car so they can get to fucking work and not get fucking fired. You know what I'm saying? Like these people gotta get some of them gotta get to work. They might have to go pick up their kid. They might gotta go get some groceries. You know, and you're basically disrupting their lives. And bitching complaining about a issue that mankind does not control. There's nothing like this idea that mankind can control the weather. There's no fucking, it's not like a fucking air conditioning unit, man. You can't just go and you know, push a button to cut the heat up or, turn the air down. It's like these people are so fucking delusional thinking they can control things that only Mother Nature controls. Some people would say God controls the weather. I disagree. Mother Nature controls the weather, and the weather goes as the weather goes, man. And yes, weather gets worse, and it never really gets better. We've had hurricanes through North Carolina that have been worse years ago than ones of late. That shit happens. Let's keep it moving now.
Like, for example, when these people glue their hands to the road, don't bring the fire department out there to unglue them, right? That's costing taxpayer dollars. Let them stay, right? Let them stay out there and deal with the consequences of doing it, right? You glued your hand to the asphalt. You really about that life? You want to save the planet?
Yeah.
You gonna glue your hand to the road and stop traffic? All right, you need to deal with it, right? Stay out there, right? You ain't getting no help. We're not gonna come out and save you. And whatever happens.
Yeah, because once you do that, you're just enabling this shit, man. Like, I'm with it, man. You want to glue your fucking hands there? Hey, fucking let's put some cones around him, some yellow tape, and let your dumb ass stay there fucking glued with your hand. I can't think of nothing, no issue in society that would make me stupid enough and dumb enough or radical enough to go glue my fucking hands to the fucking road, man. I can't really think of one.
Happens, right? Have your woke friends come out and save you. But again, that's not what we're doing, right? We're not treating these people the way they should be treated, okay? Give them exactly what they want, okay? They want to be agents of chaos. All right, cool. You could be an agent of chaos. Stay in the street, right? Stay in the street. We're saving these people from themselves, okay? We really are. They also said the climate activists were taken into custody. Thank God. I mean, they're going to be released. Okay, it's basically catch and release at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Climate activists from the li.sten.to generation, the last generation, who posted a video of the brutal blonde, have been staging protests that have tested the public's patience in Germany. I think it's testing the world's patience. Everybody in the West are sick of these people. Okay, so this is video of this person being dragged. There's actually video here. We're going to play the video, but I want to read about it and give you guys a better understanding here. Numerous videos recently published on the activist group's Twitter account have shown angry drivers getting out of their vehicles to yell, berate, and forcibly remove Let's It generation activists. Some drivers have blown past the activists, knocking them over in the process. Again, they're lucky they're not getting hit, right? They're lucky one of these people haven't been ran over yet. But again, a lot of these people.
That's what I said, man, from the get-go. Like, they're going to fuck around and they're going to catch the wrong person on a bad day and they're going to get ran the fuck over, man. And if you want to, like, this is the thing. I was hit by a car. And I wasn't trying to get hit by a car because I wasn't trying to block no traffic. I was just crossing the road. Trust me, you don't want to get hit by a car. I literally broke my femur, broke every toe in my foot, and dislocated my shoulder. I got a scar longer than anybody's pecker. Yeah, so you don't want to get hit by a car. You go fuck around and catch a person, the wrong one on the wrong day, and they're going to run your ass over, and you're not going to live through it like me. You know, you're not going to be lucky and live through it and just come out with some broken bones and got to lay in the bed for 6 months because you can't walk. You know, it's going to be worse. They're just going to run your ass right over because you fucked with them on the wrong time and the wrong day. You know, you're going to fuck with a guy where his wife just left him or somebody just died, a family member, and it's going to be the wrong day and they're going to run your ass over. They're just going to be already upset and you're going to block them and think that shit's cool.
People, they don't believe that fire burns, right? That if you touch fire, that it will burn, okay? And this is why, partially why I make these videos is because I don't want to see people get hurt, okay? A lot of these people are not bad people. They're just misguided, right? They're brainwashed. They've been brainwashed by the liberal media. They've been brainwashed by politicians who realize that it's very easy to fool a younger generation of activists into believing that they're fighting to save the world, because that's what these people believe. Okay, they're putting themselves in danger. They're putting their lives in danger because they believe that they're saving lives by trying to fight climate change. Again, the reality is that they can't do a damn thing about climate change, especially protesting in the West. Okay, if they want to actually do something about it, they need to start in China at Xi Jinping's palace, right? That's what they need.
And that's another great point. People always, it's not even just that we can't control the weather. It's just the fact that everybody's not gonna chip in on the same program of the carbon emissions and all that they bitch and complain about. All these other countries are not going to chip in. The West is already getting pretty climate change crazy anyways. It's all these other countries and this idea that you're gonna force them to get with the program. Ah, good luck with that shit. Let's keep it
To be
moving.
gluing themselves to, right? Go glue yourself to Xi Jinping's palace.
Yeah, I know,
If you
right?
actually want to try to stop climate change. Again, that's not going to do a damn thing either. But at the very least, they will be in the right place. They will be.
And those places that they ain't gonna let they ain't, you glue your hands to the palace, they're just gonna probably chop them off. They probably ain't gonna try to unglue them. They're just gonna chop your hands off.
In the palace or at the palace of the world's largest polluter, right? Start there, okay? Convince Xi Jinping to lower his emissions, and then who knows? Maybe other people will get on board with it. But until China gets on board with it, it's a non-starter. It really is. You're not saving anything. You're not doing anything. Doesn't matter what the West does. As long as China continues to pollute like they are, there's nothing that's going to be done about this issue whatsoever.
And trying to focus on an issue that there is no solution whatsoever. That's the thing. There's some things in society that people want to eradicate, but you can't eradicate certain things. I strongly believe in the yin and the yang, you know, good, evil, the offset of everything, up, down, left, right, light, dark, love, hate, like this idea, like people want to eradicate hate. You can't eradicate hate. That's the most delusional thing ever. Like I'm trying to eradicate war. That's delusional. Like these people watch too many movies. They're watching movies like Equilibrium. Think we're all supposed to just walk around and no emotions whatsoever, and everybody just gets along. Or Equilibrium, they took a drug that took away the emotions. Then they think it's like the movie I was watching the other day, Demolition Man, where policing is like Demolition Man, where they haven't had a murder in like over 50 years. They're like fining people for cussing. It's illegal to cuss and do everything. Like, and they don't even really need cops for nothing. Yeah, that's movies. That's make believe. Imaginary made up bullshit. And they also think it's like policing should be like um what's that one movie? Minority Report, where they could actually predict the crimes before they happen and stop them before they happen. No, like policing is typically they never really can typically stop crimes before they happen. They typically got to solve it after it happens because there's just too many people just doing too many crimes and not enough police to keep up with all that shit. That's why they gotta have so many cameras and use so many camera phones, and that's why they need all that technology, because there's not enough eyeballs to witness every single fucking crime on the planet when it happens. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, and again, that's the problem with these people, right? I don't think that these people actually really understand the science behind a science that they've turned into a religion, right? It's really fascinating stuff. The activist methods also included gluing their hands to the road so they can't be removed without the fire department chipping out the cement underneath their hands. Yeah, so they're gluing themselves to the road to avoid people pulling them out of the road because they realize that, okay, people are done with this, so their tactics are evolving, right? They're saying, look, we're going to glue ourselves to the pavement so you can't pull us out without the fire department coming. And to that, I say, all right, hey, if that's what they want to do,
leave them there.
I can't promise you that, there's not going to be a law-abiding citizen that is not crazy enough to call their bluff, right?
Yeah.
If you really want to be stuck to the pavement and asphalt like that and block traffic, not allow people to get to where they're going, okay? Because, again, there are some places, like, for example, in Florida, if you block traffic, okay, doing some type of political protest or something like that, legally, you're allowed to just run over people. And that's just what it is, right? There's no...
Wow. And so people will say that's crazy. Well, you blocking off somebody's car is, so people could say that's a threatening manner. Like if you prevent somebody from moving in a room, there's a charge for that. If you prevent me from getting if you prevent somebody from getting A to B, yeah, in the laws of nature world, you would have been killed for that. If you was a tiger trying to prevent a lion from getting to point A to point B, you'd have probably got killed for that. Like, that's, you're pretty much threatening my life if you are preventing me from getting from point A to point B. If I can't walk out my house and get to the grocery store because you keep blocking me from walking to the grocery store, getting to the grocery store, yeah, I'm gonna have to put hands on you on some time. And maybe if that don't work, I'm gonna have to go back to the house and I'm gonna have to get the 12 gauge. Like this, yeah, like people are not thinking of this in a common sense manner. You're blocking people, preventing people from getting to point A to point B. I don't care if they're in a car or not. If I wasn't in the car, they should be allowed to just run you over, shoulder block you, and run right through you and knock you to the ground and keep going. Why should it be any different if they're in a car? You're stopping these people from going somewhere. Like, that's, you can almost twist it legally to say that's like kidnapping or holding somebody hostage. Yeah, and so if they run you over the car, now you're not holding me hostage. If I just shoulder block your ass over and knock you down, so what? You bust your head open, crack it open. You was holding me hostage. You trying to hold people? Yeah, I get legally. You can say it's holding people hostage. I know the laws of nature. That's holding people hostage. Let's keep it moving.
No recourse, okay? Because you're in the road blocking traffic. Again, these people are lucky they don't live in Florida. But hey, let's watch the video.
They threw him in a bush. We're gonna drag you again. Now here you go.
Bro, yeah. She grabbed this woman by the hair, bro.
Wir sind nicht ganz dicht, guck dir die Scheiße doch mal an! Blöde Fotze, Alter!
Move, bitch, get out the way.
Wow.
I don't know what she said, but it sounded like "move, bitch, get out the way" in German. That's what it really sounded like.
And she went right back in the road, in the street, in the road. See, again, what?
And this idiot gonna run right in front of the truck when it starts moving. Like, you're asking for it, man. You're playing Russian roulette at this point, man. You asking to get flattened like a pancake, which I'm probably about to eat when I'm done with this video. Make me some pancakes, and sorry, but I do eat bacon, so probably some bacon on the side. But yeah, you're asking for it, man. Like, I just told you I was hit by a car, and even though I wouldn't take it back because it instilled some things in me mentally, and then I found some things in me mentally I didn't know was there. Like, I didn't really know how mentally strong I was and emotionally strong I was till I got hit by a car. But this fool, man, like what the fuck?
What is this guy doing? Again, he about to get ran over, bro. You about to get ran over. You gonna lose your life for what? For something that you can't
You can't
change.
even solve.
You're just annoying at this point. People are less likely to agree with you when you're jumping to these types of extreme tactics in order to get your point across. Right now, at this point, people probably rooting against you. They're rooting against you. She come back. Boom.
Damn.
Yo, this might be one of my favorite activities, bro. This might legitimately be one of my favorite activities. Watching climate change protesters get dragged out of the street. Again, police.
I can only imagine how fun it would be actually participating in doing the dragon. Like, you know, and that's the thing. Like, the chick makes sure she drugged the chick out. Like, see, and that's the thing. They use a lot of common sense with this one. The dudes drug out the dudes, and the chick drug out the chick. She drug her by her hair. If that was a dude that drug her by her hair, they would have probably locked him up. I guarantee if it was a guy that drugged the female, they would have locked him up. But since it was a female dragging a female, and I swear, I don't know if she said it German, but it sounded like "move, bitch, get out the way."
Should be locking these people up and throwing away the key. I'm keeping it 100 with you. If they're repeat offenders, if you're a repeat offender, again, why should police continue to let you out of jail so you can keep doing this? Right? These people clearly don't have jobs, right?
Yeah, you know, and I've heard enough and I've seen enough. Yeah, I don't got time for this shit. I gotta make money every single day of my life. Um, I gotta keep building the business. I gotta keep building the podcast. I gotta keep help promote Dizzle. We got new little apparel, Dizzle brand merch, Dizzle brand gummies. You got too much stuff going on. And I like I'm a problem solver guy. You know, if I come out with a business issue, I like, you know, I'm getting on YouTube, getting on Google, and I'm trying to see if this problem can be solved. And almost every problem can be solved, but you can't solve the problem of weather. Even if China does chip in, mankind doesn't control the weather. You know, yes, we can do things to affect it to make it worse or better, but this idea that we can control the weather totally is it's horseshit. It's bullshit. And we've always went through climate change. You know, there's been evidence of that we probably went through multiple climate changes. We probably had plate shifts, you know, which probably was a climate change. Like earthquakes are part of climate, tornadoes, climates, hurricanes, tropical storms. I mean, all this stuff, man. The heat, the cold, humidity, moisture. I mean, all this stuff is part of climate. And some people say God controls it. I would argue and say Mother Nature controls it. But you know who doesn't get to control it and never will control it? Mankind, womankind, transgender kind, LGBTQ community kind. Nobody controls the weather but Mother Nature herself. Once again, um, and thank you for tuning in, Paul Pickett Podcast. And I'm out.